Hello, I want to share with you a new resource that I've put together that goes over map skills. I have both a digital option and then a print option, and I'll share with you what that looks like here because we know that there could be lots of changes happening very quickly and we want to be prepared. And so I want to make things easy for you if you need to transition from print to digital or if you are just starting the year off with digital. So everything is set up super low prep because I know we're juggling many different things. But let me just share with you how this is set up. So within the Google Slides document, it answers a lot of questions that students may have. Very basic to begin, like what are directions? How does the map help me? Ask students to think about their own space and directions they can think of, what they know about maps, before really diving into the 7 continents. These are drag and drop. And let me share with you here, if you were to go to the print version, they would be writing in the answer. There's also another option here. And then satellite imagery, what are map projections? Now on the digital version, when it goes into map projections, there's a link to a video right here. But if you use the paper version, I've also linked the videos in the teacher file. So you can still show the same video if you would like, so that you'll have access to those too. But then this goes through different types of maps, topo maps. Again, there's a video and you'll have links to that if you use the print version. The difference between location and place. And then if you're using the Google Earth version or the digital version, I have a link here for using Google Earth where they can name their city and find their location and then look at that, zoom out or zoom in to describe the physical characteristics of where they live. You could type in the name of your city or town, but you could also do this from where your school is at. And then from here, it goes into why are maps helpful. I specifically just narrow down to using Machu Picchu as kind of the example here. So this is a map of Machu Picchu to just really talk about how maps communicate, large scale versus small scale maps, and then parts of a map. So from here, your students will drag and drop the stars onto the map. And in the print version, I'm going to scroll through, so just give me a second. In the print version, they will just color in a star. You could do a circle if you wanted, but they're labeled here. And then this also covers cardinal directions, relative location, determining the photo direction using a compass, and map scale. Now on the Google Slides version, there's a portion of this that uses the Google Earth map scale. So you can find the distance, you can find the area and perimeter. You can decide if this is a bit much for your students. You can always delete the slides, but there's some practice opportunities. Now obviously in the print version, it's going to look a little bit different. Let me scroll through here. Oh, I don't think I have that. So instead I had using a map scale, and this one uses the US map and a piece of paper as an edge to use the map scale on that one. So that's just the difference there. You could do both as a practice if you wanted as well. Then it goes into map grid. So as you'll notice, this kind of just progressively moves through the concepts. As they learn one, it just applies to the next. So then we learn about latitude and longitude, equator and prime meridian, hemispheres. There's drag and drop. And then in the print version, you would just be labeling. There's coordinate directions. They just type it in here. And then I also have one this similar in here for coordinate directions. So lots of practice opportunities. So you could do paper, you could do digital. This covers time zones, maps, then and now, historical maps, time lapse. So in the time lapse version, there is also a link to go to Google Earth time-lapse, and if you've never taken a look at it, it's an amazing tool, and it will create, there's different projects that will span a 35-year chunk of time. So you'll pick a project, they're just right on the sidebar, and they can describe the connection between the physical environment and economic activities. I don't have that in the print version. Of course, I've linked it, so if you want to do it just together as a class, you could do that too. And then resource maps and analyzing some more maps, and then finally reading the roadmap and a reflection. So lots to this. You can see you've got the print version as well, a couple different options here, analyzing maps, but very similar. So if you needed to make that transition from paper to digital, you've got that option. If you are starting the year with digital, this is completely set up. With the print version, it is set up just as a booklet. So you would just print the booklet and triple staple, and you've got all of the informational text included in here, so it's super easy. And then the questions are in there too, so everything's all in one place. You could just pick and choose pages you'd like as well, but I tried to make things so easy because I don't like to spend forever cutting, stapling, gluing, whatever. So, and nor do you. So this is my goal, is to make things super low prep. So anyways, these are available on TBT. You could buy just the print if that's all you need. If you want to buy just the digital because you know you're fully digital, you can do that. Or if you want to buy the bundle and save a little bit of money, you'll have both options and they'll be ready to go.